Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 21st of October, 2023, and this is the weekly technical analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the fourth week of October. And as we look across these three major pairs, they've been mostly consolidating for the week. And especially the Euro with ECB rates coming up this coming week. Pound has been avoiding any further drop, while the Aussie has been attempting to recover, but then gave way and still weakened in the second half of the week. So still consolidating right at the bottom near the support. So still shows some dollar strength overall, and could be, even though dollar could be also consolidating. Right, so this coming week, we'll see what's coming up apart from the ECB rate decision, and also take a look at what the fundamental drivers for last week were. Last week was mainly US and UK news, with a couple of UK news on the jobs, CPI, and retail sales. So UK jobs earnings index has dipped lower than expected. The CPI is unfortunately higher than expected, while the retail sales has dropped further than expected. So overall, the sterling pound is still doesn't show any strength at the moment, with economy slowing down, and at the same time, inflation is still not coming down yet. So this may impact the Bank of England's decision in a couple more weeks. And but at the moment, they are not expected to raise interest rates if they believe that the CPI is going to stabilize and weaken. US retail sales, however, has strengthened much stronger than expected here. So this still holding US dollar higher, or at least in consolidating at a higher level. While this coming week, there's key central bank is ECB for this week with rate decision. However, they are not expected to increase rate, which they did hint at last meeting. So we'll see what happens to the euro and at the same time the US dollar with that announcement. As flash PMIs across all the major economies, and Australian CPI forecast to be slightly higher than expected for year-over-year change. US advanced GDP is also expected to be forecasted to be on the higher side. But the key for the end of the week will be the US core PCE price index, and that expected to be higher than the previous month, because the previous month did dip lower than expected. So they will try to maintain that and equalize that. So it's still showing a fairly stable US dollar on the higher side. And we'll see what the impact is going to be with the first central bank announcement for this coming end of the month, before the Fed and the Bank of England's turn We've already seen the RBA holding rates as well. Okay. So let's move back to the analysis. So let's begin with the euro. It has been consolidating for the whole of last week. However, it is trying to climb out a bit higher, but it's not able to get back up to the 138 fib extension and or at least the previous week's high. So it's consolidating in a triangle. It can be a symmetrical triangle here. So just waiting for this coming Thursday's ECB rate decision, where it could attempt to push up higher and then unfortunately it could take a dip lower if buy the rumor, sell the news type of move. And let's see for the weekly time frame. It did attempt to climb up higher, creep up higher, but still within the range of the previous week and not able to get much higher above 106 round figure. Now we could also update the fibs to get a better view. We take the whole move, whole swing move here. It's just crossing over 786, but we take the recent swing move, then we can see possibly the 62 fib, which is the 38 fib retracement, as the alignment with the previous week's high, and that's at an interim resistance at the moment at 106.38. And the next major resistance will be at the 62 fib retracement at 107.55, along with the daily 200 EMA. Major support is at the swing low. So we need to watch for this trend line here. See if it's able to hold support. Let's make it stick a bolder line here, and from this area, there's another upper trend line, which will mark a symmetrical triangle consolidation. So let's see whether it's going to break out higher first and could attempt to reach daily 55 or the 107 round figure before news announcement and key that it's going to hold at the 105. Otherwise, if it breaks down, then there could be a test of the recent swing low. As perhaps add one more interim support here. The 105. Okay, and then after that, on the Friday, it's also exposed to the US core PC price index inflation figure. Okay, let's see whether this correlates with the US dollar index, the DXY. And here's the US dollar index. We can also see a consolidation for the whole of last week. And right in the middle of this recent range here. Let's see if it's able to break out this week. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame, and it's a very small range for last week within a wider range of previous weeks, or a harami here. So it's pretty much trapped in this range. We'll probably leave the FIPS as it is for now. It's finding support at the 162 FIB extension, but it's not able to climb up higher. And it's also consolidating within a triangle. So it's getting closer to the apex of triangle and attempting to break out. But at the moment, it's struggling to get a trigger to climb up higher. Let's find a next key support here at the just at the 138 as the daily 55 is coming up. So probably this we can move out of the way for now. So it needs to break out of this rectangle here. Either way. And it could depend on the euro with the rate announcement from the ECB, while the US news, there's the inflation figure at the end of the week. Okay, let's move back to the other pairs. Let's move on to the cable. Where it's still finding support at the 121 round figure, but it's not able to climb much higher above the 122. So trapped in a rectangle here in a narrow range, just like the US dollar index. Now we could also update the FIB, but for now, since the FIBs do align with the round figure at the 121 for the 200 FIB and the 123 for the 162 FIB extension, so we'll leave it for now. And the next key resistance at 138 FIB and aligns with the daily 200 EMA. So no change here for FIBs. And weekly time frame. Small spinning top, still attempting to recover and holding support from at the 121 round figure. So it could hold this position until the Bank of England's turn to announce their rate decision in a couple of weeks' time. So only a couple of news coming up this week with both UK, US, and all the major economies announcing their flash manufacturing and services PMIs, and then the end of the week with US core inflation figure. Needs to break out from this tight consolidation here. Okay, let's move on to the Aussie dollar. Where it did attempt to climb up from the 63 round figure, but fell short of 64 before falling back down again to find support at 63. So it's still at a critical area and just consolidating. Let's move this now to this area for the trend line. $62 is still key support here. Let's take a look on the weekly time frame. And after attempting to climb up higher, it's just being pushed back down. So it's still at a critical level with the Australian CPI figure coming up, and as well as the US core inflation figure. So it's still trapped in a fairly tight range as with the other pairs. Let's see when all these pairs will start to break out either way. Okay, so do check out my other videos on spot gold and dollar yen, as spot gold is being bought up as a safe haven pair and as a flight to safety. So do stay safe and have a good trading week, and cheers for now.